Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Mercury 1 build, part 3. First, I want to thank Chris for the gifted memberships before the stream, and Tina for becoming a member. For everyone else, hi Dutch Dude. Hey Benjamin, hey PF Dennis, and Mr. V8 Rick. Hi Stuninger, and Bill, and Shadell, and PF Dennis, and Andres, and Colin, and John. How's everyone doing? Whew, this morning was a little hectic. I was getting prepped for stream, and my chat overlay stopped working. It would pop up and then it would just go away when I refresh it. So I had to rebuild it from scratch, and I have no idea what happened. So, hey Colin, hey Aaron, hey Nick. Hey Big B McNichol and Polar Ted, Delmar and Andres. How is everyone doing? Let me see if I can get caught up. Hey Colin and Skyrim, Aaron and Tohos, 10, Johan, Turtle Crawler. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a fun couple of weeks. Hey Obi-Wan Kenobi, TCS and Queasy Diver, and what else we got? Ray. Okay, now I think I'm mostly caught up. I miss a bunch, but hey Zombie, hey Ivan, hey Shane, and Charlie. Okay, yep. He woke up for a minute there, but he settled back down. Whew. So, Rocky Mountain Rep Festival was a blast. So, it was fun. It's mad at you for not having a stream last week. Yeah. Yeah, it's mad at me for using the other overlay for yesterday's stream. I see a color matching hex tray. Yep, I printed it yesterday. Hey Nathan, hey DJ Natty. Just finished the VOD of yesterday's stream. Was it the show us the blue tray? The blue tray, yeah. So this is I kind of started using it, but this is that same pop blue. So I gave away all of my trays at the festival, so that was fun. Hey Tina, hey Jeff. That pop blue is a nice color. So is the pop pink. If you were at the festival, I actually finished that Trident and it was printing there. Rocky Mountain was garbage. We didn't miss anything by not going. Middle seat on 5 hours flight about to take off. Have a great stream. Have fun with that, Arthur. And also, Steven, I hope you're feeling well. I saw in chat that you've had a little not fun times, but it sounds like you're on the mend. So I'm glad you're here. Tray serial number 7 represent. Hey, Nick's Code. I like the use of the V24 build sheet. I was wondering how long it would take for someone to recognize that and notice it. Done parts for Mercury 1.1 Rails coming Tuesday using the M8P. 424 build in the future, just notice the build sheet. There is a build, however, it will be a development build. I do plan on taking some pictures and maybe some video of it though. But every time I say that, I jinx myself. So I'm gonna retract that and just go with it. Let's see, wow. Hey Gary, hey Zebrin. Made more remixes of the tray I need to get out there. There you go. Just don't ship it. We don't have many of those right now. I know. Hey, Max. Welcome. So for anyone who wasn't on the member stream yesterday, I'll give a little more of a preview here. So check this out. This is a V24 tray. Let's see what we can do here. Because I kind of set up. I did a whole little demonstration yesterday. But this is a V24 tray. The tray I'm about to set down is a 450 build. This is for a 450. Look at that. What do we got here? Bill, thanks for the gifted memberships. This is a 450. Let's see. Oh, I think I put it. Can I reach it? I needed to engage Yuri mode. This is a 300. I don't have a 350 to show. I do have a 250 though. Here's a 300. Here's a 250. We'll skip the Prusa sheet. This is a 180. Let's move this over here. This is a 180, and this is a V0. Look at that. Dragonflame, thanks for the gifted memberships. Isn't that neat? There is no 450 build. This is a sheet with the Rocky Mountain Rep Festival logo engraved into it that West 3D was giving away at the end of the show, so I grabbed one. So that is a decorative piece that I'll put somewhere. V24 must have a garage printer. It will be the other garage printer. It would not. I mean, we barely fit it in the back of a minivan. So I think it's more like a 410 build plate. The difference between this should be the same in height. Here, let's see. Let's find out. This is, it's a 410. I was told it was a 450. I just believed them. It is a 410. So it's a 400. It's a 400 build plate. PF Dennis, thanks for gifted memberships, and The Hunt for Success, thanks for becoming a member. Thanks, DJ. I did not, I may have misheard too. I heard 450. Maybe they said 410. So, let me catch up. Okay. Anyway, that was fun. Just a little, now I need to put it away so I don't, you're right, so I don't scratch it up. I've got all of these that can go over here. Oh yeah, I forgot to correct you on that size. 400 spec V2.4 is a thing. Hey Dave, how long does it take to heat that bed? Mine takes too long. How long did it take to heat up, Max? The V24 at the show. Let's put this over here. Woo. I bought one of those ratcheting tools for tapping holes that you had. It works okay. Yeah, 10 minutes. That's about typical. That's fine. What hot end would you even run on a V24? Magnum with 1mm nozzle? Yeah, if you don't want your prints to take weeks. Fudamill, thanks for becoming a member. Has anyone seen Tada 3D printing? She's the one posting Prusa XL videos. Has gone from basically 0 to over 1,000 subscribers in no time. Fun. Sounds like you need to build a Rat Rig 400 to use that build plate. I don't have space for big printers. The V24 is an exception. I sent you a milestone chat, but everyone and their dog is now subbed. Thanks, Zombie. Did I miss something? I missed it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Kurt. Yeah, so these prints, everything about these big printers starts getting expensive. I mean, even at the 400 build size, the plates, the flex sheets start getting expensive. Good thing you have a second bigger garage for storing dev builds while you stream. Absolutely. Oh, okay, so we have, oops, let's go back here. We have the Mercury 1, ZeroG Mercury 1. Now, last stream, we left off, let's shift this just a little bit. Yes, that big sheet is courtesy of Fabrico, so big thanks to Hector and crew. We left off, we had put the toolhead together, the gantry is mostly together. I found out that the main little carriage piece here, there had been an update. So I printed that, and then I went to assemble it last night and found out that my print had actually failed at one spot right over here. So I reprinted it last night, and then I got it all together this morning. So We need a barf, NeroQ. We definitely need a barf. Although I applied, I don't know if it, I haven't heard a response yet, but I applied for, to exhibit at Open Sauce. So we'll see if that happens. That's in San Francisco. Are you going to print Charlie a new litter box on the V24? It would fit. On printers that big, you start running out of real estate stock materials come in, such, oh yeah. Forward to seeing a member stream the month down the line. Unfortunately, I can't join. It's not available in my region. Super chat, unfortunately, this feature isn't available in your region. No problem, Keith. So they do become available. All my member streams become available before the next one is released. So that means it'll be a little less than a month for the next one because I did the April stream yesterday, very end of the month, and I don't like to do that. I don't like to wait until the end of the month because in case something happens and I have to delay it. Hey, Battalion. The open source videos from William Osmond have been so random. Okay, so we are at a point where we need to belt it. And then I am going to go straight to Hydra on this build. However, I found out that I don't have the rails for it. So Hector is sending me rails. So that means that we're not gonna get to those today. But we will belt it, get the skirts on, and start putting the electronics together and maybe do some wiring. So. Print a 1-to-1 scale model of Charlie on V24. That would work. It definitely would. I need a model of Charlie in that position right there. Any Voron gurus in North Texas? I bet you. We're all over the place. We've taken over the world except Antarctica. Hey, Honor Twig. Okay, so here we need belts. Did anyone else see the tap tool changer video? I did, and it was interesting. Cool, clever idea. Doing the skirts before adding the bed is easier. Well, that's good then. What is this open source? It's open sauce. It is kind of open source based. They theoretically, according to the application, one of the categories if you sign up for a booth is if you're an open source project. So that's what I signed up under. So Whopping Pockard and I were talking about it. So anyone that I haven't heard back yet though. So we'll see. Hey, MakerSource. What board will I use on this? On this, it's the Manta E3 EZ board. Sauce. I can't understand your funny American accent. My lack of accent. Okay, we got parts. So things that we're gonna need today, I'm gonna pull out and put off to the side. How was a long drive to and from Rocky Mountain? It was not bad. So we left here, it took us about an hour and a half longer than I was expecting to load up the V24 in the minivan because it was a tight fit. But so we got out of here at about 1:30 p.m. local time, and that's Sacramento area. And we made it to Salt Lake City was the goal. And we made it to Salt Lake City around a little after midnight. So I had reserved a hotel in Salt Lake City, and then we left the next morning at about eight more hours into Colorado. On the way back, so I had Whopping Pockard and Tin Peck with me on the way there. On the way back, it was just me and Whopping, and we did a straight shot. We left at about 5:30 Colorado time in the morning and got to my house at midnight. It was fun. Did V24 grow at Murph? Well, it had parts added. So, okay. So, here's the belt The belt retainers, 2 of those that I had remembered to print. Don't need that. We'll start setting up electronic stuff as well. I just avoided a filament jam on my SV06. No idea at all how that started. That's not good. Is there an STL for the blue parts tray? There is. If you go to the description, there's a link to my printables profile, and it's out there. Guess you 2-3 did some bumping of ideas for future stuff on one another? Well, of course. Always chatting. We'll need that thing at some point. Okay, that's good enough. The center skirt sections look sharp with yellow logos. Yeah, I just did this. Now, unfortunately, here, let's go here. So I just did this, and I did this with a filament swap method on one of my other printers. Now, you wonder, why didn't you print this on the Tridex? And that's because it failed again. So, Tridex has had 2 CAN toolhead board failures, catastrophic failures. So, unfortunately, that prevented me from being able to demo it at the event as well. So, exact same failure on both boards. I do have new boards on the way, theoretically, apparently. So, we will see. We'll get it back up and running once those get here. Wind farms, you got the red hex tray, awesome. You should have gone sensorless to save weight. It is sensorless now, right? Hey, Domentarian. Hey, Samoa. I'm getting strange bed meshes on my switch wire with an Almon probe, printing the Clicky now. We'll be running Clicky on this. Miller came out with the SB2040 V2 on LE a few days ago. Yeah, and allegedly I'm getting the V2s are on their way. So, love the streams. Thanks for you. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. They claim to fix the 5-volt rail on the SB2040 V2. We will see. We'll probably do, I'll probably, because I don't know what timing is like, I'll probably do a quick weekday stream putting those on there and getting them set up. Did you also help make the micro squirt? No. No, so I had nothing to do with any of the Mega Squirt development. We did do some accessory development for Mega Squirts, but it wasn't part of mainline. Gary, thanks for the gift and membership. Yep, ZV24 is now sensorless because my X switch melted at the show. Yep. Any idea what would cause the same failure, board or something with your power supply? I suspect underspec or low quality capacitors, because it's a capacitor that popped. So there's no other, or maybe I don't know. It was I wouldn't. Let's put it this way. I don't want to speak to design, whether it's correctly designed for how it was used. What failed was a capacitor that's between VCC and ground on the fan side of the circuit, because everything else on the toolhead board still worked. The heater, the LEDs, all that still worked. It's just the fans that failed. What's micro squirt? Sounds like an embarrassing medical condition. Mega squirt, which sounds like an even worse embarrassing medical condition, is a project from like 20 years ago, and it continues. That the whole intent was enabling fuel injection conversions for older carbureted cars. Could you convert to EBB 36? I've had no issues with mine. I want to stick with those, and also it's an opportunity to try the new version. Absolutely, I could convert to another board, but that's more work. Are you going to try a bigger cap on the board? Potentially, I was thinking about swapping out those parts and seeing if I can fix it. Are you kidding? Because everything else seems to work. It didn't seem to blow anything up. So. Okay. Hey, McFartright. Where are we? Okay, we're gonna belt this thing up. So I have got belts. Hey, Axe Smith. You too, Scott. I had a blast meeting people. My favorite part of these is just wandering around. Mostly I wander around fishing for conversations. So either I'm engaging someone in a conversation or someone's catching me. And that's the most fun I have at these events is chatting with people. Samoa, thanks for the gifted memberships. I have a microsquirt for my fuel injection swap on my 924 turbo. Yep. Any thoughts on CNC tap you recently built? I'm still working on it. So I have right here. So this is the replacement carrot or rail from Chaotic Lab to swap in there. I'm still working on my before tests with prints so I can get a get some reasonable comparisons. Okay, what is going to be my views here are all over the place. And I'm getting lost in chat. I tried that so many different versions, they just did not work. Swapped them out and they worked fine. The LDO lights would not turn off all the way and they would be on at full brightness. How to find out Steve is streaming. Random email saying I got a gifted membership when I wasn't even here. There you go. You were saying that at the UK event? Saying what? Oh, no, I won't regret it. It's too much fun. Okay, now I'm caught up. Okay, belt path. It looks like, what is gonna be the best angle here? Maybe here. So I think we're gonna go around here, through here, and then around the outside, front idler. So we're setting our belt length right now. So this is just outside. Oh, your 85 4Runner also has a Mega Squirt ECU. Awesome. Are they offering free replacements for the CNC tap rails? I bought one from the first batch, but I haven't used it yet. Yes, and they're just asking that folks take a video of the play, because apparently some of them shipped with the proper preload, and they just want to minimize the number of rails that they're sending out, which seems reasonable to me. Okay, so we'll go through that over to here. So after the soldering tutorial request yesterday, I tried to practice a bit. Now I know why you say nice and shiny. I may have burnt a couple of practice runs. There you go. Yeah, your soldering joint should be shiny. Anything dull means it's cold. Okay, and then through here. Okay, Turtle, did I mess that up? I don't think so. I think I'm solid. We want these all to be fully as loose as it can go and not fall off. There we go. This is the front idler. Unleaded solder won't be shiny. Not even looking at the printer while routing them. Oh. Throw that stuff over there. What do we got here? Silver solder though tends to be a bit duller. Yeah. So what you're not looking, if it's cold, it's going to be like almost clumpy. Oh, there goes Charlie. Not smooth. I guess so my solder that I use, I've had for 20 years. I don't solder enough to go through everything. Your board was a Manta E3 EZ, yes. Are you kidding? Thanks for being a member. A bit better than, yeah. You have to enjoy the poop humor with little kids before they grow up. Yes. Use replacement caps with higher voltage. Not 25 or 35, that's too close. Agreed. And it should be filleted and not ball light on your joints. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these with some reasonable amount of extra. It looks like I have plenty of belt here that a little extra isn't going to hurt. These just go in and then we adjust the, so let's just go like here. K3 build soon. Not planning on it. There's no plans for that. We are planning, hoping to coordinate a VZBot build though, between me and ModBot. That ought to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I have solder from the early 90s. Yeah, mine's definitely not early 90s, but early 2000s. Rushmere, thanks for being a member. Okay, so we're gonna pull this off. I have solder that says Tandy on it. What is the stuff I use? Let's see. Let's see if we can see. Okay, so this is the stuff I use. Is there any date on it? This product contains lead. It's Q, lot number, yeah, there's no, this is what I use. It's 62, 36, and 2. 62% lead, 36% tin, and 2% silver, I believe. And 1.1% flux, it looks like. Q is for quality. Nino, hi Steve, would you ever build a VZBot? I just said so. We're planning on it. Hey Ken. Hey Lewis. You're using solder with lead. No wonder your beard is gray. I solder so little. Okay, let's get, okay, so one belt is cut. Now we're gonna grab the other belt. Maybe we go here, here we go. Make sure I have a square cut there. No worry, Nino. No worries at all. Where is Charlie? He is in the other room right now. He was laying on his pillow, but he left. He went to eat or bug someone else in the family. Okay, so now we have two belts of the same length that I cut weird angle, so let's fix that. Oh, and here comes, speaking of Charlie, he's coming back. Come on, Charlie. Hurry up. Okay. Oh, does the Heart-K pin mod make much difference? I would say no, but whatever. How's Charlie's foot today? It's significantly, so Charlie, we inject Charlie with lactated ringers, which is to hydrate him, keep him hydrated because he has kidney disease. So we inject in the scruff of his neck, 100 milliliters of lactated ringers. It's been every day because we've been trying to control his, oh, and now he wants out again. Control his litter box habits. He needs to be more hydrated. So we've been doing it every day. And we did it the other day and we noticed that it went right into his arm, his front right shoulder and into his arm. And the next day, all of it had dissipated, but down at his foot. So it looked like he had this big old fat foot yesterday. So, but it is much better today. It has been absorbed. And I am... You may rarely solder, but watching you do so is some visual. Well, I appreciate that. I've been familiar with soldering since I was a kid. So, why am I having such a hard time getting these to line up? Because I'm paying not enough attention to that. Something. Okay, they're correct now. Okay, now let's make sure that our gates writing is right side up. And get this routed again. As Charlie already wants back in, so we're gonna play that game today. Are we gonna do this, Charlie? We're gonna do that. Me too, I grew up in a house full of electronics. My father was an electronics hobbyist and semiconductor process engineer. He built the world's first plasma etcher. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do this again. Do. Which is the best Linux distro for Clipper? I don't know. Kyle! Hey, speaking of Kyle, Kyle gave me something neat at the event. I met Kyle in person. It was awesome. Kyle made me a little formed leather pouch. Now it has an Altoids tin in here now, but I'm thinking of things I can do with this. Maybe put it here and put some stuff in here, but it's a neat little Voron formed leather little pouch, so thank you, Kyle. My dad used to do black powder stuff. So I grew up with him doing a lot of leather forming and leather work. Hey, PJ. Okay. Around here, and then in here. And then we're gonna grab these clips and start attaching things. So these little clips, and it looks like probably a M3x8. I'm guessing. No leather pants. Well, in the pioneer muzzle loading black powder clubs that my dad was part of, there were lots of actual homemade leather pants. I think I'm gonna put this right across, about like that. Using 3x8 almost everything in the tool head. That's good. I did end up getting some M3x35s to replace these that I had to use other stuff for last time. Hey, Tucker. Okay, this is the right side up. So we'll come around here. And in here. And we'll make sure that this one is fully loosened. Hi, Charlie. He's gonna be on his way over here. You coming over? I'm gonna put my keyboard out of the way so he doesn't. Oh, there we are. That was about a 3.5 foot jump. Hi, Charlie. Time for an inspection. Yep. He could have waited a little bit. I could have been a little further in belting, and then it would have been more effective, Charlie. And then back around here, through here. There we go. He needs to do the parrot thing. Oh, he will, in just a moment. Okay, so now let's pull this through here. This will go right behind here. Pull this through the same number of teeth. Yep, here he comes. Yep, we are going to pet Charlie for a moment. Do we have any other questions we can answer while I'm indulging Charlie? How's everything doing? We got good music, we got good sound, everything working well. It has been 2 weeks since the last one. I got my Smurf ticket actually. Awesome. I can't finalize Smurf plans until June. My wife can't request vacation until more than 6 months before she needs it. If you route belts blind, you can also route them one-handed. What are you saying? Progress. Get this thing done, huh? Just wanted to say it was great meeting everyone at Rocky Mountain. It was great talking to Voron crew. Inspired me some stuff different and more optimal. Awesome, awesome, Dutch dude. It was good to see you again too. I'm looking forward to the next time. And next time you try to get Nick to try some black licorice, if that's even possible to try again, I want to be there. So I just now getting to this, but we are doing the typical Polymaker filament giveaway. So link is in the pin post and the description. You have to be here, but it'll be about a little less than 2.5 hours from now is when I do the drawing. He tried that and he almost threw up. I'm saying I want to be there to witness that. I want to be part of that. Black licorice is an acquired taste for sure. Yeah. I like black licorice. I've got some. Okay, Charlie, you're gonna go over here. Back to your pillow. So I had some black licorice candies from Dutch Dude, and then Sanity also brought this stuff, which is a hard candy, but it's black licorice flavored from her place. I made a deal with him though, Galaxy ABS, for a box of stroopwafels once he moves to the US. Taunted him for 2 hours the other night on the LDO stream with the bag of licorice you were supposed to take home. Yeah, I do regret missing out on that. Hey, Jason. Have you tried the black licorice drink mix that you make with milk? No. Okay. Okay, so one side of this is done. Now we are going to pull all of our, and get these lined up. Get them back on the bearings. Let's pull one of these. What do we got here? That to that. This has got to go here, and here, and here. So that's going to do that. And then where's my fastener? Here we go. My wife likes black licorice ice cream. I have not tried black licorice ice cream, but I bet you I would like it. Just get that barely started. And then the other side. Up on top of each belt. Over here. That looks good. This will go in here. There we go. Oops. Oh, darn it. Let's try that again. There we go. Saying black licorice is like saying white snow. Licorice is black normally. Well, there's red licorice, and then all kinds of other abominations beyond that. For us Americans, licorice has become a catch-all for any rope-type candy. Yes, red licorice is fake. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of pull on these a bit. Andres, wrong glasses. Well, these are correct for this. I don't need super magnification right now. Red isn't licorice. It's red vines. Okay, so these are even. So the lengths here on both sides are even. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and cut these just so they lay in here correctly. Cut them, since I know they're all even, I'll cut them to stay even. Red is a stiff taffy. So do these belts just kind of hang out in the back here? Just flat like that? That seems reasonable to me. Okay, so it's belted. So belts are routed. Here is the rear. Everything moves. Everything's seated. Now we can tighten it up, tension it. So what I was thinking, there's a couple of things I was thinking about. Where are they? I'm still missing my little stops for the, where did I put those? There they are. Oh, let's see. Hey, Zarp. They do, but I cut them off. They seem to sit in there okay. What's the material? The printed bracket with the fan holder. Printed bracket with the fan holder. You're talking about this? This is all ASA. Everything here is ASA. Everything here is ASA. What motors is that? These are some ZeroG branded Honey Badger motors. And that's upside down, but. Any preference on ABS versus ASA for a Voron build? No preference, interchangeable. Use either one. Okay, so my thought is, as long as I was consistent in installing these rails, which I was, I used a spacer, I am going to use some of these bump stops in the next to last hole here as my reference point when making sure my gantry is not racked. So if I go back there, it stops at a consistent point in the rails. So if that touches at the same time on both of those, then I know everything is square. So maybe this might be the better, maybe not. My camera angle is not great here, but we can tension this now by threading these in. Make sure all that's mostly tight. Oh, wrong wrench. There we go. What speed do you use for probing with a tap? 3 to 5 millimeters per second on the probe, and then a 7 millimeters per second on the retract. So I'm gonna get one of these somewhat, and then kind of work my way up on both. And then I'm gonna run this through the motion, and maybe we can see it from here. These should touch these stops at the same time. If they don't, which this one is a little forward, it looks like, maybe I can get a better view here. Yeah, that one's a little forward, so we're gonna tighten this side and then run it through again. Is there a recommended lift distance on tap? Yeah, whatever's in the tap example config. Now they're touching it about the same time. This side a little bit. So it's not good for printing nylon, CF, or PC because it will melt at 300 or the nozzle height will change. Nylon tends to creep, so under tension. So underneath a screw head or something, parts that you tighten, you will notice over time with nylon, you will need to, if you tighten something that's nylon, then go back days, weeks, whatever later and try to tighten it again, it will keep tightening, it'll creep. Okay, and then that might be, we'll see what our input shaper results get to, but that seems reasonable. And then these parts, the screws here can tighten down to lock it into place. Those actually seem a little tight. Let me loosen those a little bit. It's for any nylon as far as I know. Dot Galaxy block is not well. Uh-oh. I hope if they're not well now, they will be. And has asked me to assist you with your E3 EZ. I appreciate that, and I've gotten your emails. I have not delved into them yet because of the event prep, but please wish them well for me if you are in contact. Yeah, those are touching at the same time, so now we're gonna lock this down. I mean, the ASA hot end holder will not resist the heat that came from the heat block. Are you talking about on this design? Okay. It is belted. The chamber should not be hitting anywhere near 300 C. No, nor should the frame of your hot end. Correct. What's a better alternative for the Raspberry Pi? The only alternative I have experience with is the Big Tree Tech CB1, and I've had decent luck with it. It works. That seems reasonable. I have seen Tap Changer. It is very interesting. I just hope that the that it can be consistent and not lose the balls and the bearings in the carriage. I don't have any experience with Orange Pi. Okay. I think at this point, now that it's belted, we can put our tool head back on here. So this is going to slide up into there and then bolt in right in front of those. Hey, zombie. We are belted now. And the hot end is now installed. I had replaced the LGX light mount. Now, one thing we are probably going to need to do is replace the screws that hold the LGX light together so they're longer so I can use standoffs behind it. Where can I find the strain relief they used on Micron? If you message me, I can send it to you. I need to put a Micron section on my GitHub. I do have one. I need to put it out there. Someone else messaged me and I sent it to him. I can send it to whoever. Not really a very good alternative out there. The best is the Orange Pi. So most of the alternatives, the CB1, the one that comes on the Maker base board that I installed on Salad Fork, most of those are all like Pi 3 equivalents in terms of performance. Okay, where do I want to go next? Do I want to start wiring up the tool head, or do I want to put skirts on it? Let's put skirts on it. Let's put the skirts on it. Yeah. And then we'll get into some wiring. Then we'll just be doing wiring from there before I get the Hydra installed. So skirt parts are going to be feet. And skirts and display. Hey guys, looking for a recommendation for a new hot end. I want to print with higher temps and faster prints. The Rapido, that's what I'm going to use in this build. That's an option. There's lots of options out there though. There was some chatter about Revo High Flow directly from Georgia herself. Okay, let's get the feet on first. Which means removing these. These are threaded directly into the frame, as Creality likes to do, but we won't be reusing them. I'm very excited for Revo High Flow. Just picked up a Revo Voron in time. There you go. Those can just go away. I'm not going to use them. And then all of these are symmetrical, except for this front corner one is for the switch. So that's going to go right there. I hope there's an announcement for Revo High Flow. How long is it? These are by 10s. Now, Dutch Dude is already aware of my comment here but the holes in these skirt pieces for the mounting screws, the counter bore diameter is too small for a button head screw. So you can use a socket head screw, or I've got these little low profile button heads that happen to fit. Okay. Some T-nuts. Oh, there are some socket heads in here, but that's not enough. There's 8. There's supposed to be 8. I only have 6. Did I use 2 of those somewhere else? I'm not gonna use them. I'll use these others. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Lol. Welcome. Okay. So we have nice pass-through for wrench access, which is not good. And then we got some T-nuts. Maybe, no, that's not gonna work. That one isn't. Let's let that one go to the bottom. Some of these fit better than others. There we go, that one fits. How's the ZeroG build coming along so far? It's coming along pretty well. I'm making progress. We are going to get it sitting on its permanent feet. That is not going to go that way, so I need to flip this around. So the orientation of these roll-in T-nuts is important because this bolt head gets in the way. Hey, NF Media. A Super Slicer and Prusa Slicer merged. I clicked on an upgrade link on Super Slicer and went to the Prusa website. I have no idea, but no, they wouldn't have merged. That would be a Super Slicer thing. Okay, there, and then here. And then just make sure they line up on the sides. There we go. And then the rest of them are symmetric, so it doesn't matter which one goes where. This printed parts are so well done. So we can say SA is better than ABS even with impact and heat resistance, right? I want to hear your opinion. I would say they're interchangeable. My very informal testing of some ASA, of a certain ASA, is it seems to be slightly more brittle than ABS, but for all practical purposes, I would use them interchangeably for printer builds. Hey, Steve. I have not tried Orca Slicer. I don't tend to try a bunch of different slicers. I get busy on other things. Okay, so that is the front feet. Let's keep rotating. These are not going to matter because there aren't as many. Oh, maybe it will. That one will matter. Oop, two. On the foot. All right, here. Oops. Puts it right there in the way of a hole that's in the side, so the roll-in nut doesn't sit very well. There we go. There. I found with CoreXY so that Z-Hop works fine on my other printers when enabling it in the extruder, but the rat rig needed enabled in the filament section. Both my VZBot and V0 made with ASA have never had a part fail. Right. So just I have some pieces that I printed that bend more with ABS, but snap with ASA. That's my informal testing. These hospitals tick me off, so it's hell to discard. How are you feeling, Steven? I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're on your way to recovery. At least you can hang out here, right? Why is that? There we go. Just making sure things are flush with the edges. And one more. Hi, Charlie. He's gonna come visit again, it looks like. Is that Polymaker Black? Yep. So this is Polymaker Black ASA and Polymaker Pop Blue ASA and Polymaker Yellow ASA. They're all the colors I used. Ready to discharge, so let me get the paperwork 3 hours ago. Oh, here comes Mr. Inspector. There he is. Something you want to be aware of with all the alternate Pi stuff is connectivity is not always the same, especially when it comes to screens and cameras. Oh, what do we got here? Jeff, thanks for the gift of memberships. Oh, we're gonna get Mr. Monkey Charlie. Hi. What's up? Tickets and booked for Smurf. Awesome. Got good balance still. YouTube notification for the stream just came in. What are your thoughts on using a stealth burner? Oop. Hey KB3D, welcome. What's your thoughts on using a stealth burner Clockwork 2 and a Mercury 1.1? Is there a mount for it? Turtle Dutch, is there a mount for stealth burner and Clockwork 2? My thoughts, my personal thoughts, is I wanted to do all Mercury here. So their default configuration is the EVA 2.4. So, are you gonna go back down there? There you go. It was monkey, parrot, dog, cat, exactly. Hey, BBs. I didn't want to put a stealth burner on here very much because I just wanted to build it. I wanted to build outside of the Voron ecosystem. I've done Clockwork 2 and stealth burner many times. Belt path doesn't fully align on Y, like 1 millimeter off. What do you mean? On my build or what? You just use the original. Oh, he's talking about using stealth burner on here. Got it. Got it. Putting the switch wire clicky together. Fun. I know you are having issues with the CAN boards on the Tridex, but do you think it is a solid platform for hobby making use? I think CAN in general should be solid. The particular implementations by each manufacturer is what's varying. I'll continue to use it. This build is going to get a CAN board. Okay, so those are done. Charlie's going to hang. So what do we got? Well, this is the rear side, so let's grab the rear skirts. Got the power inlet. Oh, and I've got some heat sets to do, so grab my bag. My friend is doing this build on a 5+. That's a big printer. I've got a whole mismatch here. Let's do a little bit with screw sorting. And maybe we'll go this. There, you get a view of Charlie anyway. A little bit of screw sorting. So miscellaneous stuff here in the center. Small, and heat sets. Really, I want to separate out the heat sets. Hey, Ajax. Thanks. I'm pretty pleased with this blue as well. Charlie is craving that attention. This is Pop Blue, yep. Hey, Doom Crew. Those over there. And come here, Charlie. Let's give you some shoulder time. And heat set time. Charlie does know what he wants. We're gonna do some heat sets. So we got them several spot. If dog is doggo, cat is doggo. That's the answer there. Altoids in a Voron logo pouch. Yep. Here. Kyle Isa made this for me. Little leather formed with a Voron stamp on it. Voron, what do you call that? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. On the inside power outlet, yep. Embossed. Thank you. Thank you, Colin. That's what I wanted. Okay, Charlie, you're going over there. Let's see if he stays there. And then 2 on the inside here for the power inlet. He looks pissed. He's settling in though. He's gonna have an appointment, a vet appointment here pretty soon. I think he's gained weight recently, which is a really good thing. We will find out for sure, because they weighed in last time, so. This is all for the bottom panel. That very Altoids tin had a lock repinning kit in it before I made the wet molded pouch. Altoids tins are super handy for 3D printed organizer things. Yeah, I just don't need Altoids much, so I don't have any. Any thoughts on the Rook 2020? It looks like an easy build, a Rook build with 2020 extrusions. Is that the one that you need to be a Patreon to get the files for though? I kind of lost interest at that point. I get it. I totally get it. But no, but there is one that you need that they released that requires a Patreon membership, right? I saw that in one of their videos. Yeah, Rook. One of the projects by Rolo. Okay, is that all the, no, I have a couple of heat sets in these short pieces. Where's the other short piece? And one of these, okay. You ever Rook 2020 on your table? Nice. Hey BT Cruiser. I think at that point it's getting close to a V0. My LDO V0.2 kit is arriving today. Can't stop checking the tracking. Does your tracking give the live updates on location? Okay, I think that's it. If I missed any, I can get back to it. Where did I put my? There, I buried. Rook 2020 is mostly for PLA with a focus on an easy build and learning. V0 is mostly for a challenge and you need small ABS parts from my perspective. Dennis. Hello guys, I'm building a One 2.4 and I have a problem. The Z-belts are almost touching or even touching the frame. I'm not sure if it's right. On the web, some people report the same problem. So on a V2.4, and let's see if I can demonstrate just describing it. So here. Nope, that's not a good view. Maybe this. So let's say this is your Z drive module in the front of your printer, and maybe we can just go like this. So this is the Z drive module. You have your stepper here and your 80 tooth pulley here. What can happen is if things aren't tightened properly, maybe this side isn't, you want to make sure that this side is flush, but when you tension that, it can sometimes push that over. So you really want to make sure, double check that the side of your Z drive module is flush with the frame. You will be very close to touching on the belt path just because of the way things need to line up, but it shouldn't actually touch. And usually it's because when you put the lever tensioner in place, it pushed this part that way. So sometimes I have clamped a piece here to force the printed part to be flush with the frame when I go to move that tensioner. So did that, hopefully this was enough of a visual aid to help. I wish they made an insert tool for the Pine Sol T100. Me too, Benjamin. Me too. Okay, we are back at, okay, we're continuing on the back of this. So this one. So if I can see the light shining through, would it be enough? Oh yeah, for sure. It's gonna be so close to rubbing, but it shouldn't actually rub. Remember, if I've heard some reports that if you look at CAD, it's rubbing, but you got to understand that CAD is an approximation, especially when it comes to belts. I mean, when it comes to belts, it's an approximation. That's a better statement. Okay, so we have that, and we have this. So I think this needs to go first. So we have some, I'm not gonna have parts for that. So let's go M5 button heads. There you go. Foam on the panels will give it more space too, but I think what Dennis was talking about is the where the Z belts are on the inside close to the frame. The Minion build, I love this color scheme. This turned out pretty good. I'm pretty pleased. And I didn't really go for a Minion build. I picked Pop Blue first, and then later decided to add the yellow. Do you think the Z-belt reduction on the 2.4 can be re-engineered with the BMG extruder main shaft gear reduction? Sure, but it probably wouldn't be as inexpensive. I don't think. There's lots of ways to do it. I mean, you can do planetary gears. You can do loosen those so that can slide back and forth. Wouldn't Minion be blue on yellow? Maybe. I'm not super familiar with the with the franchise. The Despicable Me, that's it. Hey, Martin. Welcome back, Science. Got no notification. Okay, I really need to get my Discord going. I apologize for how long that's taken. It's become one of those things, but the intent is really to fix this notification problem. So we talked about that a little bit on the Charlie's Angel stream yesterday. Need to get that done. My wife claims that me and my son are like the minions in the credits of the first Despicable Me, the tape measure skit. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I can imagine. Ah, we gotta, okay, that's good. Grant is in 3D Musketeer. He does a live at this time. Is that what it sounds like? YouTube is not very good at this, that's true. Ah. Grant is a nice guy. I've met him and his partner, his wife, partner, whatever, a couple of events now. I swap between streams. Let's have them all running at once. It's okay. I'm adjusting the gaps here. X Peppers, how are you doing? This is turning out good. Hex Peppers is here. Hex Peppers is here. Okay. Nice even gaps. That looks pretty good. What do you think? And we'll work our way around. I met Hex Peppers at Rocky Mountain, very briefly. Next time we need to chat more, I'm telling you. I'm very happy. It makes me proud that your first successful Voron build was a Trident. So, do. My first Voron was also a Trident. Very pleased with it. Awesome. I got my LDO V0.2 from Fabrico yesterday. I'm bummed because the LDO forgot my heat insert tool. Well, that's a bummer. You're not anywhere close to me, are you? Because I have about a dozen of them. Because they don't fit my iron. So. Stepped away for a minute and now Steve's wearing, I feel like I missed something. Wearing what? What would you miss? I need to build a Trident. Does the LDO have 350 kits? I think on the Trident they do 250 and 300. I don't believe. Now I believe you can buy a 350 frame, but hey, Ramon. I believe you can buy a 350 frame, but I don't think you can buy a full kit. I have all the parts needed to be purchased to switch wire my extended ender. Awesome. I honestly, I have not connected with my friend to see if he needs help getting that running, but he has the ender wire. It's all up to him on when he uses it. I still don't know whether to build a Trident or a 2.4. Well, my very biased opinion is to build a Trident. So. One reason I get a CAN bus board is I get tired of flipping the printer over to install the ADXL board. I run little USB cables outside of mine lately. Oh, where are you at? There we go. 3 times Trident serials and a V0. Awesome. Make sure these are lined up. And then we can shift some of these around. I haven't played with CAN bus yet. It's not too bad. Just go through each step. You gotta, I mean, the hardest part is finding a good guide. And there are getting to be a few of them out there. Okay, we are getting closer. Why does your SB2040 not have the ADXL built in like mine? Well, so I've been using the USB coming out of the thing, trying to figure out or comparing results for the location of the ADXL. So for consistent results across different things, I've been using the stealth burner mount location. Especially since my first results on the Trident were with the Mellow toolhead board, and then switching over to the Big Tree Tech, I just ran a USB cable out of the skirts so I could run them, eliminate the toolhead board as a variable. Does anyone know if the Mercury conversion will work with an SV05, or does it specifically have to use the Ender 5? I don't know how similar the SV05 might or might not be, so I don't know. Okay. Looks like Chaotic Lab updated the tap with a new rail. Yep, I have that rail right here. I'm working on it. Working toward installing it. When you get serial, you get a number plate. Where is that supposed to fit? So the number plate that you get message on the serial is not a Voron thing. It's cool, but it's not maintained by us. It's something that someone else did. So I'm not sure where you're supposed to put it or what you're supposed to do with it. There's a build log on our Discord named Soval SV05. I'm not sure if he needed to modify anything. So check out, in the description is a link to the ZeroG Discord. So, are you going to do a cocoa press? As of right now, probably not. Zero reflection on how cool the project is. I just wouldn't do anything with it after. So as of right now, probably not, but it's not released until this fall, right? Or whenever. So who knows what might change between now and then. It is an extremely cool project and a very tasty one. I had a sample, gyroid infill sample, and I brought a benchy back, my wife and I shared. Hey, Anton. Okay, last side. You'd gain some weight after doing the project, this is true. Oh, ZeroG, did you order one? That's awesome. Cocoa press doesn't exist. My wife makes decorative cakes for clients. If she finds out, I gotta build it. Does gyroid taste better? Well, I've only tried gyroid. It tasted good. I don't know if the others taste better. I'll have to try it the next show. My Trident 250 is my go-to and my roundup between the 2.4 and the Trident 300. I printed the new piece for this on my Trident 250 that I just finished. You pre-ordered, ZeroG? Cool. Yep, Nero ordered one. Yep. Okay, now we get the front skirts. So these are a little different. So I modeled up a display mount. So this is not in the files, but I will make it available. And it requires a modified front skirt sides. So this goes here, and then it's got a little indent here because the display kind of notches in there and gives it some support. And then there's a bracket here that holds the display itself. So let's get the side skirts on, and then we can get the display assembled, and we'll probably have to end up disassembling it later when we actually wire it up. But we're mostly just getting things on here so we can start working on arranging the... Hey, Mr. Seven. Arranging the electronics bay. Cocoa press needs to be multi-material so it can do fillings. Yep. Okay. Hey, Johnny Boy Tech. We are making progress on this build. So for hydrate, you can install the steppers and stepper mounts, just not the lead screws yet, since you don't have the rails yet. Yep, I'm planning on doing that exactly. ZeroG. Dutch dude. There we are. But you could do a pause mid-print and put filling in the middle. It will be interesting to see what people do with those once they get them. Okay, so do I put this on? I think I can put this on and then put the display in there later. I think so. Hey, Stuart. Could you use stock Trident lead screws on Legacy 8x4 to 8x8? Yes, Yes, I believe there's still just 300mm lead screws. Okay, maybe not. I thought I was gonna sneeze. Put honeycomb in the honeycomb infill. Oop. Just cleared my first clog on the Voron V0. It was really easy. Good. Those aren't always easy. Don't you need inserts in the bracket? What bracket? This bracket? Nope. It is all set. I'll show you how this works. Getting hungry now. I wonder why. Okay, so this bracket, and actually those are in place. We can show you how this works. So this piece has 4 or 8 screw holes. The inner ones go into the display, and those are M3. The outer ones go into the cover, and those are self-tapping M2s. So, where did I put the display? It should be right over here. Here it is. And then the requirement is using these little PCB right angle cables. So these I get off Amazon. You can also buy them from Adafruit. And they're just nicely, very low profile. See, so there's a USB-C one and HDMI here. We're gonna have to pull all this apart to wire it up later anyway, but I can do a test fit here. And then so the buttons on the display go down towards these spots. So this goes right like here. So this sits in here, and then that gives just the clearance for those connectors. And then these buttons end up working. They're just labeled 1, 2, and 3. I don't know what they're actually for. And then this goes on there, and you see how the M3's into the display, and then the M2s hold the cover in. So I'm gonna grab some M3s. They're M3 by 6s. I've got them over here already. Never mind. I was reasonably pleased with my progress in the design on this. I did this over the course of one day. This is the very first print of the bracket. It's been fine since the first print, it fit. The cover, this is the third print. The only reason it needed, oops, those are, what are those? Oh, are these 2.5s? Are those in 2.5s going into there? Maybe it's these. The only reason, yeah, I think they might be 2.5s. I had to reprint the cover is because I used yellow and I needed to make the front thicker so the black didn't show through on this logo spot. And the only reason I had to print it 3 times is because I accidentally reprinted the first version for the second print instead of the updated thicker version. So, hey, the first layer. Hey, Hector, welcome. We will peel it later because we're gonna have to pull this apart. But right now we're just kind of mocking it up. Who made the color scheme? I picked the Pop Blue, and then my wife helped pick yellow as an additional accent because I wanted an extra accent. So that screws in there, And then this still, the cover isn't part of it yet. This just screws in here. Now, once the cover goes on and we use some M2 self-tappers, it all locks it into place. I've got more screws in here. Empty this out. There, and there should be one more. There it is. You already have an accent? I have an accent that is not having, my accent is not having an accent. Hey, Nevdar. Ooh, we've got 20 minutes until the filament giveaway. Hey, are we at the... We are not nearly at the likes goal. We are not nearly at our likes goal. I should have been paying more attention. Let's see how far we can catch up. Go to Britain or even Canada and say that? Well, isn't there a reason that everybody on TV talks like a Californian, basically? Well, besides Hollywood, but it's like the non-accent. Okay, so then those M2 self-tappers in there, and now it's a solid thing. So now, I'll trade 10 likes for a spool. Hour and 20 minutes? Oh, it is an hour and 20 minutes. It is an hour and 20 minutes. I'm sorry. We got plenty of time. We got plenty of time. Hit like anyway. It'll just get us closer to the goal at the end. I'm sorry. I misspoke. Engagement. Hector, thanks for becoming a member. The Midwestern accent is a non-accent, if I remember correctly. Nah. Wisconsin? Isn't that the... Everyone on TV has BBC English like I do. Now, you have an accent, John. If you only watch BBC TV, then I guess that's the reason for thinking that's the normal accent. Thank God I didn't want to like yet. No, I in the middle of trying to do 3 things at once. Installing skirts, paying attention to chat, ignoring the hat. It just added up. I do need to get coffee. That's a good point. Okay, skirts are on. Let me see if I can find some feet. Do I have feet in the... No, feet wouldn't be part of the kit. So I need feet. I may have to use some printed feet. Printed feet will be fine. I have some printed feet, and Charlie wants out. So let's turn this off. Ram Online, thanks for the gifted membership. Now I'm really looking forward to Smurf. Hit you with some, hey, speak. Okay, Charlie. There you go. Okay, so there's a hex nut that's going to go behind there, and some probably M5 by 16. Is that right? Seem about right? And some M5 hex nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I may actually have some regular feet around here somewhere. I just don't want to look for them. Might swap them out. But this goes here. Marcel, thanks for being a member. Now Steve is smart, he made some little cutouts in the bottom panel so he doesn't have to take off the feet. Yep. Only because you warned me that they were missed. Nope, I lost it. Hey, Maze. And 2 more feet, and then the bottom panel, and then we can start putting in electronics. So that has to sit over the front because of the display. So when do we get to build Steve mods Mercury 1.1? I haven't made any mods, just the display. There's that one and one more. Please post your changes to GitHub so I can grab those when I go to do my 2 Mercury builds. I will. Marcel, thanks for gifts and memberships. I will post. I need to make I have boron stuff out there. I probably need to actually just make a stream stuff or something, rearrange my structure a little bit. Is anyone printing anything interesting? I'm partway through printing a droids division, Pit Droid. It's going to be so cool. Also resin printing Lola. Nice. Okay, so all the feet are on. That is all on. Let's grab the bottom panel. I think I can just put the bottom panel on now, right? There's no reason not to. So I would have cut these out, but I don't have my CNC really up and running. So Greg E. Nemesis from MN Laser Cutting did these for me. And I picked them up at Rocky Mountain because that was really convenient. So the changes I made from the files that are out there is I added a little cutout here to go around the feet. And then I added a cutout on the front for cable clearance for this display. So this is normally straight across, and the inserts for the front skirt pieces down these the mounting holes are the same as what it would be on the side. So I had to do new holes there. So this goes in there, and then we just get a bunch of M3 screws to M3x6s work. Hold it in place. Yep, nice. Have you seen the Rubedo open source video yet? No. No. It's an automatic pressure advance system. I am not familiar with that. And this, I know this isn't a great view. I can probably make it a little better by rotating that so the display isn't the... Hey, Nathan. Starting to print out the beta parts for Voron Delta. Looking good so far. Is it April 1st? Oh, I missed heat sets. I missed them for this skirt piece. Okay. Six-wheel drive Delta. There you go. I missed some heat sets. Good dry test fit, yep. These are TPU feet. I didn't go looking for the other feet I have, so these will work fine. I had printed these for some other build. I don't remember how long ago. I forgot the heat sets here, so let's get those done. There we go. Tiny T will get a Trident Zero, yep. Used to put sorbothane feed as noise reducers. What is that? What is sorbothane? Didn't like having to flip my printers around to work on the electronics, so I designed it to be worked on from the top. Where are you? Okay. There we go. Sorbo is hope. I don't understand that. Hope and Huis? I like Kyle's side pack, really nice design to work on, kind of like Keyvort. Yep. Is a vibration absorbing rubber, okay. A 5+ is a huge printer. There was no way that I was going to even attempt to build. I really need to keep the printer small. At least anything I have any expectation or hope of keeping. I will say, I am very comfortable right now. I have my air conditioning running. What do we got outside? It's only 70 outside, but it was getting a little toasty in here earlier. Okay, I think they're all in. Let me just tighten them all down now. What are we at? You know, I changed the layout of my windows here, so I don't have the excuse of not being able to see the full number. So now I see we hit 200 likes, which is awesome. Almost 300 people, 200 likes, we're good. I'm sure that'll be closer to 300 by the time in the next hour. Okay, that is all on. So now we have a bottom panel. Let's see if I do that and that, what kind of view do we get here? Ah, this is a good view. Yeah, we had 2 days of 90 plus, 2 or 3 days of 90 plus here this week. And then it's supposed to get, I think we have a chance of rain at some point, is that right? Okay, so here, let's do that. So now we have some brackets and stuff to put in here to hold the electronics. Come back to Colorado, it's nice here. It was freezing. We got snow there. Okay, so these are, oh, I didn't do that. I didn't cut my DIN rails to length. Oh, it's 100 in Palm Springs? Ew. Can I find the bag of the MG90s with the servo arms and the screw to mount the arm? Oops. More rain, one of the builds works inaccessible for months due to the hill subsiding. Ew. Edge of 3D covered me in snow. Yeah, we did a barbecue on Friday and it was a bad day for it. It was fun, but it was absolutely frigid. So here's the problem. I forgot to cut the rails for this. I can do this relatively quick, but it might mean a little bit of Dancing Max supervision. So I don't really have a way of doing it in here. Oh, here comes Charlie. Come on. Don't just stand there. Yeah, nudge. What are your regular stream times? 10 a.m. on Sunday. 10 a.m. Pacific on Sunday is my regular stream times. Okay, each of these have a little heat set insert that go in them. And that's basically to lock the DIN rail in place and keep things from vibrating. So, I don't like cutting DIN rails. Yeah, I'll do it here in a moment. We'll get things lined up and measured and go from there. Is this the only heat sets in these? I think so. And I've got one more of these around here somewhere. Don't I? 1, 2, 3. Oh, here it is. There we go. Heat set inserts are fun. I have no worries about them. They're kind of go through, do a bunch of them at a time. Okay, let's see. What rails do I want to use? I think think I am going to use these, which is a steel rail. I've got 2 meters of it here. What is that? ALV CLM, is that Lovecom or? I don't know. They might be long enough. Maybe. Let's see where they line up. If I do that, that's probably a pretty good spot. So if I grab a pen, Lovecom, awesome. Those heat sets are better than wire crimping. I don't know. I could do both. Long enough for the V24. Yep. Although V24 does not have, it uses a, I think that'll do it. It uses a backpack instead of, oops. Actually, why don't I measure this instead of try to eyeball through the frame? Which board would you recommend to migrate Stealth Burner to CAN bus? Right now, if you're gonna go, well, for the Stealth Burner specific boards, your options are the Big Tree Tech EBB 2040 or 2240 or 2209 or 2240. Your other option is the Mellow, but make sure if you do get the Mellow, wait for the V2. And I'm just saying that assuming that that fixes the problem I had. Okay, so more like 368 is about what these need to be. The backpack may need DIN rails. However, they don't need to be as long as this. That was where my comment came from. 360 something, so let's go right there. Yeah. They can be long. I think 368, right in that range, is going to be about what I want to cut them to. Yep. Yep, Jack and I are on the same page. What problem you had with the SV2040 V1? I had both of mine in the Tridex, Hector. Both of them had a capacitor that's between VCC and ground on the fan side of the circuit popped. Both of them on the Tridex. Exact same failure. Here it is actually. So that capacitor right there, right next to whatever that chip is. Mello is sending me 2 of the V2 boards to replace them. So, Troy, one of the things I was looking at when I did this is where this was cut versus where this is going to be cut. So it will end in solid on those 2. When I go to use the next one, and I need to silence that for the next hour. When I go to do the next one, it looks like it's going to end in slots on them. So I did think about that, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Just because it's going to take a bit of extra time to really worry about it. That's what happened at Rocky Mountain. Yeah, when I went to use it at Rocky Mountain, I noticed the fans weren't working on toolhead 0, where it was toolhead 1 that had failed before. And then I took it apart at some point during the event and confirmed that the toolhead that board is what popped. So, okay. I am going to go and cut this. I do not think it's going to take very long. It'll take just a couple of minutes. We are going to leave you in the very capable hands of Dancing Max. So I don't know, it could just be poor component selection, maybe poor component quality. It's likely one of those things that doesn't show up for a while. So you can get out, Charlie. Yeah, so I may have just had bad luck. Maybe I got some out of a batch because both of mine were from the same shipment. So maybe there's a batch in there that has that problem. I don't know. Tina, I can ask them on their replacement policy and kind of jab at them that way. So I will be right back. Let me get this done so we can get moving on the electronics bay. I'm gonna take this and my ruler and maybe my marker, and I will be back. Give me about, I know it's a long time on a stream to be waiting, but I'll be back within about 5 minutes. We've got about 50 minutes until the giveaway. So, how can I become a member? Is there a button on the iPhone YouTube app? I'm not sure what it looks like on mobile. So, and yeah, check out what Hector's saying in chat. Hector, good people. That's pretty awesome, Hector. That's useful for people. Thank you. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Is everything still working? Yep, sound is on. Okay, who did we... If you asked a question, please re-ask it, so I don't have to spend a bunch of time scrolling. I don't know how many minutes that was. Did you hear it all? Was it really? Who? Hector answered all the questions? Awesome. So I was cutting these, oh, let's go down here. So I was cutting din rails, and I did make an extra cut to make them very close to the same. So I couldn't help it. I made an extra cut, took the time for one extra cut. Now I'm just kind of cleaning up the edges here a little bit more. Opening at Fabrico in the Netherlands. There we go. I was wondering if the Mercury 1 or Trident was better. You know what? I'm doing a Mercury 1 build right now, but I can't help it. I gotta give my biased response. Trident. Okay, so these are cut and they have just a tiny bit of play here. So they are the perfect length. So now these are gonna go into here. That. Oh, one thing I noticed, Dutch Dude and Turtle, I tend to keep a bunch of different profiles of din rails. So this is the aluminum profile that has the little extra flare down here. I couldn't get these to fit, and I don't know quite why, but just an FYI, it doesn't quite fit. That's why I chose the steel rails. I would not recommend filing over the electronics bay. You're absolutely right, Leo. I was barely touching it. I don't even see metallic there. But that's a good point. What was the tool of choice? Just a hacksaw. I just used a hacksaw. I only tested with one section of aluminum rail. A lot of the aluminum rail is similar to the steel without that extra. This is a Tensor 3D rail. These are very similar, just a little sharper corners on the aluminum. Steel rails and the aluminum rails are different profiles. Yep. But if you notice this piece, since it's a plastic part, it's designed to use any of them because it's not critical. And the little screw that goes in here is going to lock it into place anyway. I'm online. Thanks for the gift of membership. Okay, so yeah, I don't see anything here. So okay, I am running low on M5 T-nuts. So I'm going to use some hammerheads for this. It's the inside corner of the printed part that matters. Yes. I'm gonna use some, oops, and these are gonna have to be, so here's a couple of questions here. So we have this printed part. It looks like much less than a 5mm mounting surface. So are these going to bottom out? Yeah. So those are, a 10mm bolt is gonna bottom out in the extrusion slot if I tried to use that on these. I would tweak this printed part to make sure that's a 5mm flange in there. I'm gonna use 8mm bolts to hold these in, just to keep that from happening. An M5 is, but if all it means is a revision to this printed part to be able to stick with an M5x10, I would do that. But I'm gonna use 8s here, so I don't scar up the inside of the extrusion. So there's that. They're designed for M5x8s. That's funny. I don't have enough M5x8s to do them all, at least not in the stainless. So I'm gonna have to switch over to black oxide screws, I think. It's shim. These are just barely the size of the head of the screw. I don't think a washer is gonna fit in there. That's okay. Let's see what I might have in the box here. Yeah, nothing. Plenty of M5x8s, just not in. And I would need 2 of them each, and I don't want to waste my brass shims on this. I'd rather do this. Hey, Art Chapman. What do we got? The brass shims are nice, yep. Okay. So we are going to go right like this. Sure, we'll go black oxide on one side and stainless steel on the other. I'm not quite sure where these are going to line up, but we're just going to place them for right now. What are you doing with all the printers you build? I'm printing with them. Okay, so that goes there, and then I probably want some, what size are those gonna be? 10s, 12s? Probably 12s? Maybe 10s? Let's go 12s, I got tons of 12s. The screw goes in here. Looks like this is electronic stream. Yep, well, we did belting earlier. Well, that's kind of interesting. There we go. Now that'll hold in place. Anybody a good recommendation for 3D printed brace for 2020 extrusions? No, I don't know. Hey, Smalls. Yeah. I had a blast meeting people at Rocky Mountain. That's my favorite thing to do at those is to chat with folks. These are not the final places for these rails. We'll place them based on what the instructions look like. So this is kind of like that inverted electronics compartment mod for Trident. Yep. No problem, R. Chapman. Are you up for a small language joke? Try to say Hodden, Todden, Tedden, Tind. Nope, I can't say that quick, especially here on stream. I fail. Any chance you'll go to Earth? Yes, I am going to Earth. Not just a chance, I am. Well, unless something happens, but every intention of going. Every intention of going to all the RRFs. The camera might be skewed. Yeah, I think the camera is skewed. You should get some gas struts for the deck panel so it opens like an engine bay. But it's this heavy. This will go in here. Like that. You've escaped it. Awesome, Steven. Smurf 2. Yes. The intent is to go to Smurf. Get some very weak gas struts. Yep. Smurf is in the UK, yep. GB. Someone wrote on my top cover. I know. I almost feel like mailing it to you, Turtle. I got, here, who do I have? I got Dutch Dude. I have Speedy. Scott. Hector. And what was the shoot, drawing a blank, the other person at the Fabrico booth. I basically, anybody at the Fabrico booth, I asked to sign it. Apex, yep, Apex. Okay, so these are not straight, whatever. But we can get the electronics kind of laid out in there. So let's grab this and set it down here. And let's look at my camera here. Can we go all the way, oops, all the way out and it'll, there, that's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Your hex boards pop up all over the world. Yep. I'm going to Maryland for ERRF in September. Yep. I'll see you there. A long 11-hour drive. Okay, we have these, which are the stepper mounts. Then we have this, which is the controller mount. This is the controller, and those are Voron stickers. So this has not even been opened, so let's open this up. Oh, there was a little notch there to rip it. Oh well. Okay, so this is the Big Tree Tech Manta, or the E3EZ, Manta E3EZ. I'm off in physical therapy for 3 weeks, so plenty of time to finish a project or two. Perfect. This is the E3 mount, so where this probably goes right like that. Do we use all the holes? We do not use this corner one, looks like. Looks like we use 4 of the 5. That's good. Okay, let's put the 4 screws in here. Let's see, do I have a micro switch? Okay. This is a direct replacement for the Ender 3, and the corner right will not be used. Yeah, this one here won't be used. So, because the Ethernet port is in the way. Four heat sets there, and here's my glasses. Oh, foggy glasses. Do you use carbon filters on your ABS machines? I do not. I have some carbon media, but I have not actually set any of them up to use it. Okay, I have a bunch of clips, and it looks like this is the style clip that gets used here. Does this go one way or the other? I think that probably goes like that. Is that correct? Hey, Brian. Left arm is feeling it now. They went in through my groin on the right and it's thumping a bit. Ew. Robert, thanks for gifting memberships. That looks pretty centered. I don't know if it would be centered either way. I guess it looks pretty centered either way. So, and are these look like M3s threaded into plastic? Are these M3s threaded in? Or are they M2s? They look like M3s. What is the fastener for this? Should be M2.5 or M2s. Self-tappers, because the holes look too big for self-tappers. You know, yeah, the holes are too big for self-tapping M2s. Here's a concern I have. Concern I have is that this hole is not sized right for an M3 here, the head or the threads. This looks to be about sized right for a thread into plastic M3. What do we have for M2.5s? Here's an M2.5. I guess an M2.5, that's, I mean, I can thread that into the plastic by hand. I don't trust that. So this isn't for the pie. This is This is talking about for the E3 mount. Am I planning on going full-time from YouTube for a while? No, absolutely not. No chance. So we do have a fitment issue here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about it yet. What do I have here? I don't know what that's for. Oh, this is for the, if I needed to use the U2C, but I don't know that I'm going to. Yep, no, there is zero chance of me going full-time YouTube. There's, well, let me say, there would be a gigantic number on that check to convince me not to leave my day job. I'm gonna try drilling these out and just get it moving. These aren't heat sets. Yeah, I'm reaming out these holes for some M3 button heads. I'm gonna make it just a little bit easier. The E3 mounts fit the E3 EV. Yep, this is the E3 mount. It's just got some fitment issues. It's okay. It does not bother me to run into these because I'd rather me run into these and identify it. So now we're gonna go and we're just gonna put some M3s in here, even though it's not quite right. It'll be right enough for this. Oh, and that just cracked it. So those are a little too big for M3s. So M2.5s look like it might have been the ticket, but the way this printed is a little light for M2.5s. Let's do. Those corporate and government brass rings are hard to walk away from. Yes, I work for the state of California. I manage an IT service and support group. I'm going to do a little quick tapping these so I don't keep splitting them. How is it feeling for you with the water levels for the lakes at Thoraville raising and or the snowpack? Well, it's a good thing. So, and I'm on the same page, Jack. I'm running an M3 tap on here. Do any employees watch your streams? I think so. It kind of gets around. I mean, a lot of people like doing 3D printing, so. I'm in SDET. Do you need any people in your group? Okay, so there's one. I'm gonna unscrew this one. I'm gonna just run this through just to clean it up. Will you try the new BTT Konami display for Stealth Burner in some of your next builds? I don't have one. I wasn't inclined to buy one, mostly because it sold out right away, and I didn't even try to order one. I don't know a lot about it either, though, so. Is it like more joy or fear that this record snowmelt is on its way in California? I mean, if the the spillway works as it should, which it should. That's what it's there for. It's a flood control spillway. I don't often need to tap for threading into plastic, but the way these are printed and it's kind of thin around there, it would have been a good idea. Okay, let's go. I guess it's symmetric, so it doesn't matter which way I put these in. One tip for the 3 Easy, don't flash it via SD card. Okay. There we go. That holds nice and sturdy now. I just picked up a set of metric hole reamers and a pipe deburring tool. Great for plastics, yes. How many times can a spillway wash out? Well, with any luck, only the once. Lesson learned, rebuilt, reinforced. Have you seen pictures of the auxiliary spillway? It looks like a stadium with the stepped concrete. Okay, so that's on and together now. So now, this guy's gonna go on like this. Do we have any spots? Let me check real close to make sure there's no spots where those screw heads are gonna hit. There are. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So I need to redo this, or this needs to be redone. I either need to get the correct M2.5 screws, which I don't like. Let's minimize the number of screws we need, the types. There's no reason not to use like the M2 self-tappers here. But this isn't gonna work. The M3 screws stick up and short out on some pins on the back here. So that's okay. We're gonna move on to the power supply. So this is the Ender 5 power supply. It is not Meanwell. I can fit the clips for you to use M2 self-tappers. That's perfect, Turtle. And it's definitely not something I'm concerned about as far as having to change it. So yeah, thanks for being willing to change it. M4. These are going to be M4s. How long are they going to be? They need to be M4 by 8s. Do I have M4 by 8s in here? Yeah, good thing to check that now rather than later with sparks, absolutely. I probably have the M4s in the Ender screws, but I don't have M4 by 8. Do I have any M4 by 8s? I have some M4 by 8 socket screws. Those will work, I think. Yeah, I think those will work. The only thing I ever use M4s for, or for the 4 power supplies. Hey, welcome, Dave. Why not printing plastic buses to prevent shorts on the board? I was trying to use screws that this part isn't meant for. Normally, these screws that were the problem, these would be inset, sunk into the plastic here. There's a counter bore there. I don't have M2.5s that these were intended for, so I tried using M3s, and that's where the problem came into. So, oh, you're right, SSRs, that's a good point. I just ordered 5 SSRs. Okay, so that's the power supply. Oh, what else? So we're not going to use this, but we can probably clip this into place to get kind of positioning. This is going to go back in its bag, little Big Tree Tech labeled bag. Does the ZE3 have CAN built in or just M5P and M8P? I'm being told that this has the ability to do CAN straight from it, but I have some documentation Tina sent me. I haven't dove into it yet though. Is this printer gonna be enclosed? Not at first. What do you need 5 SSRs for? Well, I need 1 for this build because I forgot to get one. And then I need 4 more for another build. The voltage selection on the PSU we already did when we tested the Ender 5 back in that member stream last fall. Okay, these are gonna go on. I don't think I'm gonna need those. All 4 are for one specific build, yep. Okay. So this is the power inlet back in this corner. So power supply is going to go about there. That's nice and sturdy. I like that. And then, so then the controller is going to go on the front here somewhere. Silence is golden. You guys still hear me? Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's not going in a house, that's for sure. Okay. And these guys are the... out a bit. There we go. Turtle spent a lot of time on tuning those din rail clips. They're nice. They fit really well and they come off easy. Yeah, you hear that? That's satisfying. I have the holes for self-tappers at 2.1 millimeters. I believe I used M2.5s. Would you prefer a smaller hole? My preference would be a 1.9, is that what we use? 1.9 millimeter hole for M2 self-tappers, because I have a ton of those. The M2 self-tappers at 1.9 millimeters would be perfect. So this is gonna go here. This is gonna go here. This one is gonna go back here. Oh, I didn't put that in place. The rear brace. That's this guy. Are linear rails plus 50 millimeters from bed size on 2.4? Yes. Okay, so there's a extrusion here that is going to go in the back. And it fits exactly in there. That's gonna go right there. So we are going to pull the protective coating off of here. We can put that on. Oh. Sean must not be here, or his wife isn't watching. There we go. Sent me the new DIN clip. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. We can do a quick, I think we can do a quick print setup. That will be a fairly quick print. Okay, this is off of here. Let's get this, Turtle just sent me a new clip, so I'm going to grab that. Oh, here it is, let me download it. Yep, right there. Minimize that. That's not what I wanted to do. There. Let's bring up Fusion 360, Prusa Slicer, I mean. Someone was saying Fusion in chat. Okay, Prusa Slicer. And I'm gonna send this to my V0. That's fine. And Mercury 1, and then the clip. And we need 2 of these. So slice that. It is a 33-minute print. It says 33 minutes, which means it'll be about 25. Let's upload that. And then let's go V0 gold and get it preheating. Cool. Is there a zip file for Trident STLs? Sort of. You can grab a package from GitHub. I email you tomorrow step-by-step how-to for CAN to the E3 Easy. It seems today no boot up. I'm just on the sofa with Doggo and Bees now. Thanks, Tina. There is a chance that we might do something different next week, depending on when parts get here. So I'm not sure if I'll need to be prepared to load firmware and stuff next week or the following week. At least be prepared. I don't know how far we'll get. How's the CNC router going? I'm almost done with the table I'm gonna put it on. Then I'm gonna actually be able to use it. My wife is out and I'm only half here. Well, you caused me to remember it anyway. Okay, that is preheating. I do need some filament. Where is... I can get it out of this other printer. Yeah, I'll get it out of the other printer. Okay, let me pull up the Trident. This is the new Trident, VT Gray, my very creative printer host names. And I'm just gonna preheat the extruder so I can pull the filament out of it. So. Probably the next stream I do on this will be either Hydra or really getting in and actually wiring things. Oh, 5-minute warning to the giveaway. Thanks, Bill. 5 minutes, Polymaker Filament giveaway. Have to be here. We're gonna draw in 5 minutes-ish. New skirt, is this your design? No, I modified the front skirts to fit my display. This is my design on the display with some modified front skirts to fit. I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. Let's see. The little fit, it kind of notches into the skirt there. And then this is nice and sturdy. Yeah, but it requires that you use these little PCB connectors in order to, sorry about that, to fit. Okay, printer, that one's heating up. This one, I'm gonna pull the filament. I have added in a retract to my print end macro so that the hot end doesn't have to be heated up. I need to do that. I just keep forgetting to put it in there. I need to do that. There we go. Okay. What do we got? Hey, Daniel. Welcome. This is a big tree tech. This is the HDMI 5. This is the HDMI 5. Let's cool that down. What's your go-to hit start? It just works printer. This V0 right now. The V0 Gold. Thanks, Daniel. I'm pretty pleased with it. So the big reason, I was gonna use a DSI display on here, but a big reason that I went with this display is because Daniel bought the same one. And I modeled up this housing so we could both use it. And it sounds like Scott's gonna use it too. So. I hate the wire sticking out the side of the HDMI 5. Well, I use those little, if you saw earlier, it's a little PCB right angle connector. So it makes the whole thing just a little bit wider, but I think it still turned out pretty clean. Did I miss anything? Oh, Ram Online, thanks for gifting another membership. Okay, let's load filament. One minute, oh yeah. Let's get the rest of the things up and prepped for this. 1 minute till Polymaker Filament giveaway. Let's go here and delete the old names. Okay. I didn't know I was driving at the time. Send me a link to them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, send me a reminder. Open source looks cool and I think I can go. I applied for a booth, a table. I have not heard back yet. If anyone's involved in open source, I'm curious how long it takes to get back to people. Which DSI version I think is, are you thinking DSI or SPI, Modbot? most of my experience is with the Wave Share, but I have installed a Big Tree Tech, and I think they're basically interchangeable. Most of what I install are also the 4.3 inch version. Okay, it is time for a giveaway. I'm gonna delay just a little bit so you got a little bit of extra time to log in. I wanna get this print started. Where's my tweezers? There's some tweezers. Did that ever actually load the filament? Oh, did it load the filament? Extrude. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, Only person I know who has applied for open source is 24/7 printing. I believe he is in the same boat. Okay. I'm hoping they get back, and I hope I can get a table, because it'll be fun. I can take printers to it. Although I'm sure the table isn't going to be that large. Okay, is that? Yep, that's down, so grab the ooze and start the print. Or we can go here. Nope, not spool holder. Oh, I didn't actually send it. Send, upload, jobs, there we are. And print. Okay. Open Sauce is an event. I think it's a first-year event that's going on in San Francisco. And there are speakers, notably CNC Kitchen will be there speaking, but a bunch of other places too. People. Okay, let's do a giveaway. So I'm gonna close this when I haven't had a new entry in 3 seconds. So if you haven't entered, this is your very last chance. You've gotten like 2 extra minutes. So 3, 2, 1, and it looks like everybody is in that needs to be. So perfect. That was a fast heat soak. It's a V0. It doesn't need much. Let me grab the people. Grab the list of names. Oops, I need my keyboard. So Brian was the first entry, and who got the last one? Starts with an M. I can't really pronounce it. Mickerel? Okay. Don't grab people. You're right. You're right. And paste. There's John. Third on the list. Okay, so let's do a number between, I don't know, 1 and 10. My brain's fried. 1 and 10. This is the last time. This is the last appearance of Bunny Charlie. It's still April. What did I miss there? See you, Tina. Thank you. So 1 and 10. Oh, a whole lot of 7s. Let's go with the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and spin. Look at that eye. Get mesmerized by the eye. High Speed Pie. Are you here? Let me start a timer. High Speed Pie, are you here? Message me. Congratulations. High Speed Pie. Keep trying typing 7 into my Linux console. High-speed pi. Wish they hadn't pointed the eye out yesterday. Cannot unsee. I know. I agree. I didn't notice that before. High-speed pi. Someone will see it. Just say something. Something here. Hi. Tag me. You got. Oh, apparently I set a loud environment warning. You got 1 minute and 10 seconds. High-speed pi. Are we gonna get another chance of seeing the spinning eye? Anybody who missed it might be able to see it again. Low speed today. High speed, better high speed it over here. High speed pi. Yeah, 40 seconds. How many people do we have here today? Right now, we're at 350 almost. It's out of stock. Oh. Another entry to the Polar Ted Club. Oh, they just responded. Oh, there you are. Awesome. Congratulations. I see ya. Thank you. Nope, they're here. Let me, with about 20 seconds to spare. Let me copy this. Congratulations, you will get an email from me. Let me make sure I got a good email address. Yep, looks like it. Can we? Yes, we will spin it just to spin it. Anybody who missed the eye and want to be disturbed, this is an unofficial spin. So this is not a winner. I'm about to spin it. You ready? There we go. Who would this have been? Jared. Jared, are you here? I'm glad that came up, Jared. I feel comfortable very much saying, too bad. The eye. Okay, congratulations, High Speed Pi. We have a print still going. You are. Perfect. I still have the 3D Printer France page up. Here, what do we got here? We are at 20%. I need to set the, is there a setting here for, let's see, customize. How long will it spin? Spin time. Oh, we could have turned, here we go. Okay. This is 60 seconds of spin time. Oh. Okay, I don't know if I want to, well, we'll let that go. We'll see who it ended up being, but is it still going? It's about to stop. You sent me a DM. Slowing down hurts my soul. Eyelids are heavy. Let's see, who would it have been? This is not official. This is not official. It was only to get the, the thing. Jeff H. Not official. Anyway. Oh, let's close that. Where are we at? We got to put a rear brace on. I got a DM from someone too. I got to check. We'll talk, Mr. Pepper. We will talk right after the stream. Honorary non-win. Okay, where are we at? Let's go here. We have this brace to put in, and I should have, hoping I have pieces in here. This is the Hydra. So this is the Hydra hardware kit. This is a part of the Hydra pieces. I don't know if it comes in the kit or not, but this is an extrusion you need that Fabrico sent me. Now for the big giveaway, one of those beautiful printers in the background. Oh, unpin, thank you. Unpin, and let's get the link out of the description. Let's cut, save, okay. There we are, thank you for the reminder. The extrusion is part of the Fabrico Hydra kit, okay. You did, KR Kmet. We just did it. I got bits and pieces in here. I've got, there we are. Little short rails. Oh. Some M5x10 fasteners. Oh, I have more. Oh, that's where I could have gone here for more T-nuts and fasteners. The extrusion is used for the rear Z-rail, yep. Lost the self-remembering streak yesterday, I know. Okay, so we have some T-nuts, some more heat set inserts, these coil style, so these coil style, whatchamacallit, couplers, not gonna use them. Motor mounts do work with button heads now. The original motor mounts only worked with socket heads. Good, thank you. I appreciate that. Jeff, thanks for the gifted memberships. Okay, we are gonna twist this around. And this guy goes right in here. And it is an exact fit. I know, he changed the couplers out. That's why I'm not even gonna try to use them. I had originally thought I was going to use them just because that's what came in the kit, but I'm glad to not have to do that. So this is going to get measured and everything, but I'm just kind of putting it in place. Would this be an honorary Trident style printer for me? It is Trident style. Oh, these motor mounts work with button head. They didn't before. Running them on mine with a 6mm ball bearing in them. See ya, Ella. Okay. Build is looking good so far. I like the blue, black, yellow color scheme. Me too. Thank you. Okay, so these guys are going to go up here, and they're going to kind of secure the upper part of this extrusion, and the lower part is going to get secured with this printed part. So that's how this is all going to go together. Just have to get the bits and pieces in there. See you, Lewis. Where can I get the hex screw tray? The hex screw tray, there's a link in the description to my printables profile. You can get it there. I'll move this out of the way. And I think we can just start putting, well, that's not what I wanted. Right, let's do this. There, there. We got a couple of them that go up here. 6 to 7 T-nuts should be fine. You might want to load the 2020 for the MGN rails. That's not a bad idea. How many is it? Do you know for sure? Adam from MakerSource is building a Tridex with an NEMA 17s for CoreXY and a hydrid bed since his stream in the middle of the week. Oh, awesome. Is it safe to have a bowl of ice before stream end? Yeah, I would absolutely have a bowl of ice cream. There's nothing. If I had ice cream here, I would have it. 67. That's 67. Okay, these have got to be, yep, short M5x8s. Those are going to go in there. I'm going to just kind of start them in here. There we go. And this one. I like that. A lot less screws here than the Rat Rig Nero's building. He's pretty much built on that, right? Okay, so this is the, and these are loose, so I can slide them up and down to get them in here. So that one could be a little looser. There we go. Am I the only grown up with ice cream in the freezer here? I need some. This is gonna go here. There are some heat sets I probably want to put on this before I mount it. Three heat sets to this piece. Oop. Just get 2 holes between all but one pair. You can use 7 M3 nuts on the MGN rail. Okay. I will put 7 in there. And I can always add one later if I really need to. I guess something I could check is just how well these slide in post-install. It is a Misumi rail, right? This back extrusion is a Misumi profile at least. I think their gray corners are not so 90 degrees. How can people fix this? For this particular use case here, these cast corners are terrible. However, for this, since we're putting one on either side and all it's doing is locating this, it's gonna be fine. We'll probably incrementally tighten them so that it doesn't shift things out of the way. But for something like this, since you have them, they're gonna cancel each other out. Where the problem I ran into before was the corners on the frame was causing it to go out of square, and I fixed those. I feel really good about this frame right now. This frame is very square. I think it's gonna work really well, but I put some work into it. Okay, so we need M3s. So 7 M3s I hear. So I'm just gonna put all of these in the same direction. 3. There we go. 2, 3. That little bottle at Rocky Mountain got you. Just ordered 6 bottles from Pex Pepper's hot sauce. I ordered 3 or 4 to try. They've shipped. I should get them, I'm guessing, early next week. There was one, it was some chili lime. I don't remember the exact name, but there was some at the barbecue that I smelled, and it smelled delicious, so I ordered some of that. I basically ordered most of the mild stuff. Once you get your CNC router up and running, you could build a jig to square up those cast aluminum corners. I could. Who here also has a holiday tomorrow? Is it Labor Day for many parts of the world? Okay, so this is gonna go in here. This is the printed part, so there's 2 fasteners on either side. I'm gonna put some M5 T-nuts in for. And then is that it? Is that all I have to worry about? It is hot sauce, yep. Pex Peppers in chat. He makes some apparently really delicious hot sauce. Yes, that's who gave you a little bottle of hot sauce at Rocky Mountain, yep. Battleborg in Sweden? For what? Oh, the holiday, got it. Okay, 2 more for this printed part. So 2 more go down here. Okay, oh, and 2 more in the top. Last 2, these go, did I already put them? Oh, I did put them up there, okay. Maybe I can do this. There we go. And where are those in 3x8s? There they are. Bedtime. See you, Nathan. Keep the little bottle right here at my printer building station. I had no idea that was him. I am definitely, I can handle a little bit of spice. I don't usually gravitate towards it. Okay, that's there. I've been watching you for days, binging Steve builds. Awesome. What CNC are you going with? I bought a Shapeoko Pro XXL back at the beginning of January. So that is what I went with. Okay, we are going to shift some of these around, and then we're going to take some measurements here in a minute. These tight. The steppers were designed to use an M3x8 along with a washer, so they work without the washer as well. Okay. So that is kind of space these out evenly. Okay, so those look good. Now I'm going to do some measurements to make this centered back here. So grab my Grab my ruler and center it. But the pockets are sides to allow for a washer with the stepper screws. Perfect. I like that. I still have spicy food, but my tolerance has gone down as my wife can't stand it when I eat it. Okay, so this is, what should the measurement be? Probably 150 millimeters, is my guess. Nope, 152. That's 151. That's 154, so 152.5. This part gets underestimated. Okay, so I'm gonna loosen these top screws. That way I can shift this back and forth. So what do we got here? 154, 155.6. Well, that's interesting. That means the holes for the Y stepper on the top here were not centered. Oh, and the print finished. That's 155. Oh, that's 155. Okay. 155 is the centered measurement. And let me let Charlie out. Snug that, let Charlie out, then remeasure. You can see 0.6 of a millimeter. Oh, thank you. Well, with my 5X glasses on, I can estimate a whole lot tighter than that. 155 on the nose, 155 on the nose. So that's centered right now. See you, Uncle Paul. Yeah, these two holes here, there's two holes up here that I kind of guessed were center. They're not quite centered, it looks like. I'm gonna make sure this is flush this way. Tighten all of these down. Oh, Charlie can. Thank you. There we go. And then do I have a square in here? I have a square somewhere. Okay, that's gonna have to be measured. Because right now, nope, I can't get that there. Charlie's foot is much better. Okay, I'm gonna put this in because this does need some tweaking to be straight, but I'll measure here and here, here and here, but I need to put this here to hold it in place. Automatic Charlie detection, that'd be a good idea. So how thick is this? This is 5 millimeters, so that's an M5 by 10. How thick is the bottom? Is that also 5 millimeters? Yep, cool. Weight sensor under the bed. I'm gonna go there, and then this. I don't like that. Let's see if we can fix that. Hey, Golden Jaguar, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. How's your new endeavor? Is it going well? Have you started yet? Trying to get this T-nut out because I don't like the orientation. The other one came out really easy. This one is being a bit more of a bear. Oh, you out of here, John? See you, John. I made it. I'm medically qualified, so next step is BMT. Congrats. There we go. Okay, so I did that because I'm being a little OCD and I don't want the T-nut sticking out the top. There's Charlie. There we go. There. Okay. Now we can get back in here, get this here, that there, and this down there, that one there. Now these can go on. I picked up steel picks from Home Depot. They've been lifesavers. Yeah. Steel picks are a good tool for this stuff. I have some somewhere. I just tend to use these little flathead screwdrivers that come with the cable chain, the generic cable chains. Polymaker seems to be sending me one roll at a time. Yesterday I got Galaxy Green. I just got dark gray and I'm waiting for 2 more rolls. I've had that happen on some of my orders. Oh, Charlie wants out again. Okay, so now I'm going to measure. So this, of course, is 155 on the dot in both sides. So this needs to move over by a little bit to be the same. Right there. Okay. Oh, and it shifted. Let's see where that is. 150. It's a little bit more. A little less. $155. $155. Perfect. Tighten all these up and then double check it one more time. 155, 155. Where did the initials come from? Oh. I had a large Polymaker order being delivered by Amazon Logistics, was out for delivery. 12 hours later, it says a carrier delay. Yeah, I've had that happen. I've had that happen and something showed up like 2 weeks later. I like a stair gauge on my rule for that inner case measuring. There we go. That there. And then this. Okay, hold your ears. There we go. Just making sure things are lined up. It might be helpful, I think, if there was a little bit of forward and back adjustment on this. So, okay. Rear brace is installed and secured. And Charlie wants in. Come on. Yeah, for the extrusion, just so you can adjust forward and back. Because with this really pushed into place, there's just a little bit of a lip back here. So, okay. No, don't do that. Scratching on the carpet. I've got fixed clips. And some M2 self-tappers on them. Mostly finger feeling worked best. Right. Where are you at now, Charlie? Oh, his second favorite spot. Okay, let's move this over here and grab our little mount and redo it. Taking this to the big screen, get some relaxation done at home now. Heal at home. The hole size is perfect. Threaded in and tightened down just fine. Much better. And this is nice and low profile now. And where'd the other one go? Where did I put the other one? There it is. It's one of these. We'll add those to the configurator as an option, different screws. I mean, I just set different screws. You see my video of you carrying the V24? I did not. I did not. Okay, so that worked much better. Now let's grab the controller. Did I set that over here? Yep. Grab the controller and set this on here. and get a good view and see if things fit better. Yeah, there's nothing that's going to short out now, so. Okay. Oh, that's extra short. And 3x6s. Thanks, Bearded Bucket. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's going. I have no complaints. And one more. Nothing is shorting out. Ah, there's a problem. Okay. This is a Manta E3 EZ problem. This might be easier. See where the stuff is for that bracket, the Ethernet port here is in the way. So let's fix that. It's not, the offset of the post isn't going to help. It's the post itself is hitting stuff. It may need a specific Manta E3 EZ mount, but we're going to fix it here. I'm not going to reprint it for that. Is there going to be a plastic part covering the cut aluminum extrusion in the corners? I do not believe there is by default. Honestly, what I was going to do is kind of a homage to the Ender 5. I was going to put the Creality caps back in there. Yeah, we have a quick fix for something like this. All done. And especially it's across the layer lines. Let's give it a little smoothing over, and we're done. This is a CoreXY positron build. Oh, here comes our, let's see, do we gotta, oh, there goes the jump. There, caught the jump. Okay, now we can put this back together. Hi, Charlie. There we go. Central cat here, yes. Hi. Okay, did that fix it? Yeah. Yep. It's a little unfortunate they don't have a mounting spot on this side. because that is a little, oh, there's Charlie. Is there anywhere else that we're having trouble? No, I think everything else is fine. It was just that corner. Okay. He did lose weight. We think he's starting to gain it back. He definitely lost weight. Definitely. But unfortunately, I mean, for this, the mounts are, the screw holes are here, 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 and here. Nothing anywhere over here. So there's not a whole lot we can do about that. But that's okay. Yeah, that'll have to do. If we go here, now, that I think makes sense to go like that, in that general vicinity. Nothing a 3mm drill bit won't solve. Go right through all those inner traces. Called tons of epoxy. Yeah, a potential little feature that came around and hooked on the board could help, but honestly, I think it's going to be okay anyway. So just had tap crash due to a loose connection in CAN bus. Ew. Okay, what is next and what time is it? We're almost at 4 hours on a multi-layer board. Not a good idea, right? We are almost at 4 hours. I think we're gonna call it. Because now we're at a point where next stream we can, get the wiring done and start working on Hydra, hopefully. So we got belted, skirts on. The thing's looking pretty snazzy. Let me not lose these parts. Is there room on that corner to do a board clip without blocking something? Maybe. Put all these in here. You can kit out the motherboard. I don't want to lose this specific Hydra hardware. Get it back in the box. So yeah, I think this is good. So the plan would be to continue this next Sunday. There is a potential for some midweek streams coming up. Just because, depending on when things get here, I do want to look at the Mellow SB2040 V2 on Tridex. I need to get Tridex back up and running. And I may play around with this replacement rail for the Chaotic Lab. And maybe a short stream just swapping that out. But those would have to be midweek streams because I don't want to use a Sunday stream for those. It's more about just showing it than a build series or stream. So with that, Charlie says thanks. See, he's so relaxed right there. Midweek streams are tough. I try to keep them to a minimum, but yeah. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for those that gifted memberships, became members. Thanks to Polymaker for the giveaway. Thanks to Fabrico and Big Tree Tech for enabling this build. So we will see everybody next week, but keep an eye out for any additional ones. Have a good rest of your weekend. Talk to everyone later. Bye.